Hello, that's a continuation of part one, how to make a box, and now we're gonna make the box nice and white. The way we're gonna do that, I have this heavy paper with texture. Yeah, 300 gram paper, sheet is 70 centimeters by a meter, and for one lid, I'm making for from one piece of paper I'm making 4 sheets. So I'm just splitting it in 4. This is exactly 72, so it's 36. And this side here is 101.5, which is 101.5. 50. What I'm gonna do, I'll just split it like so. 36. Just because my ruler is up to 50 only. Now I usually make the whole batch, but this one I'll make one just for the purpose of the video. Okay, now we need to make this sheet of paper in a, I don't know what it's called, but it's just like a template to look like so. Okay, that's how it's gonna look. And now the measurements for it are the piece of paper we need to cut, like 575, 531, and we cut it on 42.5. I'll show you now. I grab this piece of paper here and now we make a mark on the 5, on the 37.5 and on the 42.5, and again on the top side on the 5, 37.5 and a 42.5. Drop it here, and this is left as scrap. Let's mark it now on the 5 and on the 31. Now again on the just a bit forward on the 5 and on the 31. I'm gonna mark where we need to cut. I tried doing it with a template. Unfortunately, it's just not accurate enough. And when I do them every time, like so, they're super accurate. I'm making a little bubble here, you'll see why in a second. Okay, so these bubbles that I'm making right there are so I know which side this little lip is. Can you see it right there? Okay, so we need to chop it now. We're gonna do it like so, like that. I need to make a mark on the 3.5 centimeter mark. 3.5, 3.5, 3.5 again. I'll show you the last one as well. Can I up close? Like that. Then on the 3.5 centimeter mark here. Then one down. Then one in. And one from this side. Okay. So our packing paper for the lid is ready. Let's pack the lid. Okay, so I'm ready to wrap the lid. The paper. One heavy vise. Let's go with for flowers, you know. Then white glue. I'm just using normal polyurethane, whatever it's called. Just white glue for a paper. Wet towel. Plastic spatula. This is car bonding for a bonder. And just a little roller. This is not necessary, but makes the things a lot easier. And the lid. I already have one. I just gave myself a little training session to make sure I haven't forgotten what I'm doing. Now, first we're gonna apply the white glue to the lid with the roller. Okay. Temperature outside is 24 degrees, so it's very important the outside temperature, because when the temperature goes around the 30 mark, the paper sucks the humidity out of the glue very quickly, and you need just a little bit more water. You need to water down the glue a little bit, but at the moment I'm just using it straight out of the 5 kilo box I got with white glue. Okay, so just evenly covered. Okay, that's done. You just leave it to one side, and we're gonna apply glue to the top as well. Otherwise, if you put it straight there, it's gonna suck, the paper is gonna suck all the humidity and you're not gonna be able to glue it nicely. You can do that with a brush, but just with a roller it's a lot easier. And if you want to see me making the lid, just go to part 1. Alright, same process. Nice and covered thin, otherwise if you do it thick, it will make bubbles. And this one is not gonna make bubbles. So, now straight on it, and just move it around like that. And align the 4 corners on the paper. You can look from the top as well. It looks nice to me. Flip it over. Now with the spatula, take the video and then on this side. Now you can press a little bit in the corner, like so. So it just makes an edge here. That's it, done on the top. Now the sides. First you make it the long side in, other long side in, and then the 2 short ones. We're applying the glue on the paper side here. Then on the cardboard side, then on the paper side. Okay, and one on the edge here, one on the edge there. Now push the box towards you, the lid. Okay, and now with your fingers just roll it over a little bit. That's it. Take the rice, put it here, and now apply glue right there in the edge, just a little bit like so, and apply it in a bit more. That's it. Now press in. Take the spatula and very gently. This glue sometimes is a lot more. Just scrape it off. And on this side as well. That's it. Now with a piece of towel, just wipe off the glue so you don't get a nasty glue mark. Let the box rest and squeeze these 2 corners here, like so, and just with your finger, there is a little bit of leftover, so that's it, that's one side done. Let's do the other one as well. I'm not gonna talk now, you know what I'm doing. And now here is the same thing without rolling the thing, is because there isn't any. And that's almost done. I'm pressing here in the corner very firmly, so it makes a nice straight edge, but then I'm pulling gently. Otherwise, if you press hard, all of the glue will go out. Wipe the excess off. That's it. Now, there is still a few bubbles here and there. Just take them out with the spatula. The paper, it's stretching out a little bit. I put too much glue. So when it dries off, it will pull the paper. The excess is getting out of here. You see it? Yeah. And when the water is out, everything is going to be done and nice. That's it. We finish with packing the lid. We need to make the sides, and I still have 70 by a meter sheet, and I needed to be 58 by 20 centimeters. So I'm marking the 58 centimeter mark, and I'll cut one big line which I can use on circular boxes. So let's cut. And it doesn't matter if you're not very accurate on the long line. Just watch the fingers. Watch the fingers. This scrap piece, it's perfect for a circular box or something like that. You just make it on a roll and you scrap it in a box. I'm gonna cut the pieces now, 20 centimeters each. Just mark it. I can mark the 20 and the 40 together. It doesn't matter if it's not like a millimeter accurate, because unfortunately my ruler is a bit short. So I need to cut it 2 times. I'm just trying to eliminate as much, to eliminate any scrap, because the scrap costs money, and there is no point of you throwing, or me, any paper in the in the bin. Firstly, because it's costing money, and secondly, because it's hurting the environment as well. So if everyone is throwing paper, no paper left at some point. 5 sheets in total are coming up, so the best way is to do to calculate the boxes. I think 5 boxes, yeah, 5 boxes are perfect for 2 sheets of big paper, because from 2 sheets are coming 10 sides. Perfect for 5 boxes. There is always some, left over. I had 1, so now I have 6 and I have 3 boxes. It's good to chop as much as you need, otherwise you end up in a situation where you have paper and you don't know where it came from. It's a bit crooked, but okay. Now let's start straight with the box packaging, yeah? Damp cloth, I'll just dump it under the water. Cloth's ready. A box. So I'm a bit low on glue, but it's gonna be enough for a box. I'm holding the empty side of the box from this side, and I'm holding it on the edge. So I'm covering the side here and on this side, and I'm using the brush now to even the glue, and then I'm pulling and I'm swiping it here, I'm pulling and swiping, so I can get all of the glue on this side. After all the glue is evenly distributed, like here, you can see all the glue that got collected. Okay, just do one more with the roller. And now, important bit is that we don't swipe the brush on this side. Okay, just do this and pull the glue towards you. Okay. Okay, that's done. Put it to one side. Take a piece of paper. We had an even side. We'll put it, because that's uneven here a little bit. We'll put it towards the bottom, which is on this side. I'll show now. So. Okay. Because the box it's tall 15 centimeters and the piece of paper is tall 20 or wide 20, there is 2.5 centimeters on each side where it's overlapping for the bottom and for the top. It's important that the box sits in the middle, so it's even when someone opens the box. It sits even and it looks nice. Otherwise, when I was doing it in the beginning, the sheets of paper overlap in different places and you end up with an ugly looking box on the inside. Which is not a problem really, but you know, it's nice when you open it to look nice. Okay, now the glue is here and over there. We start with the glue on the bottom. Okay, we just put it on and then slide it a little bit around and even it out with the paper here. Okay, and on both sides it's even. Okay, be careful to not touch it over there. Now we just flip it and we move it again, and now you can see here we got these bubbles. We need to pull them out. It's a little bit of hand training, so you need to just get a feeling for it, but that's what I'm doing. I'm evening the edge here, I'm wiping it up a little bit, I'm putting my hand behind the sheet of paper, behind the cardboard, and that's it. Now put it on the bottom, so you got pressure on here, and just do the same thing on this side. Done. Yeah. Now, what you do is we start with the bottom. As you can see, I don't know. That should be enough. Taking the brush, and we just brush the bottom here. Be generous with the glue, don't try to save it. If you try to save it, you'll get dry glue, and it will just ruin the box. If you ruin one corner of the box, the whole thing is ruined. You can't fix it, the whole thing goes in the bin. Now we cut the edge here. If you have a bigger tweezer, it's even better. We cut the short edge right here, okay? We flip, and on the long side, actually, the short side. We need first the short side. We take the spatula, we lift it up, and we take the glue out. Okay? Take the glue out, take the glue out, take the glue out. And we make one motion like this. Okay, that's done. That's good. Now, it overlaps on this side. One move, one more. We just put a little bit of pressure and then we wipe it. Okay. Let's clean it up a little bit. Now put it like so. And then again, just a little bit here on the corner. And like that. It looks very even and very nice. Now, we flip it. Take the brush. And again, that's it. One more time on the outside. Job done. And again. Okay. Let's chop it exactly in the middle. On this side is in the middle, on the other side is on the shorter side, diagonally. And now we curve it exactly in the same way we did with the lid, but this time we have this excess of paper. I just press it a bit more. And again. Okay. Flip the box nicely in the corner, and you press with your finger and move the spatula. You got this excess glue. Perfect. Very nice. Now the first time is going to be very bad, don't worry. The first 10 times was very bad actually, especially when it's 35 degrees outside and it dries up in 7 seconds. That's it. Outside temperature 22 degrees. It dries up nicely and slowly. We leave it like that on a flat surface. We wait for it to dry up a little bit to set up the glue, and we'll get to it later. I think around 5 hours for me to dry up. And we'll continue while it dried up with the other side.